Hi. Work. What the fuck? That's not much of a camera. No. All right, we're gonna play things. You're gonna like it. Why wouldn't you like it? Oh, you wouldn't like it if it was playing on my earphones that I'm wearing and not the cell phone camera file that I was about to play. This is a great one. This is a great test. It's not an emergency. I'm not broadcasting. I got zero. Fuck you, zero. Fuck you, zero. Whatever. What a bunch of bullshit. I'm not. You don't have access to this feature. What the fuck? What the fuck? It's bullshit. Share screen. Mute. I don't want to mute. I don't want to end stream. What the fuck is going on with this? Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck. All right. Well, I don't know why it's not working the way I wanted to. A couple guesses. I'm an idiot. All right. I'm high on my weed crystal. I like weed crystal. I don't mind that I'm high on weed crystal. I don't plan on getting high on weed crystal on YouTube. No, I'm gonna play shit. Yay. Is it playing? Come on. Okay, good. Now we're gonna do that.
A project that I'm really excited to discuss with you, the Orders Project, which is something designed to puzzle through that difficult issue of lawful orders versus unlawful orders, and you actually have resources that can help military members make those difficult decisions that they're ever confronted with. And let's start with lawful orders. Yes, just talk for a few minutes about the importance. I mean, it is critically important for soldiers to be required to obey lawful orders. Talk about that for a minute.
It is super important. Obedience. I'm not in the military. I don't order the military around. I don't pray to God that people do what I want. God, thank you for allowing me to become the founder and sole member of my own private militia order, the Order of the 12 Philosophers. We only have one philosopher, but that's okay. I don't need anything. I'm good.
Things we do in the military.
I need this can of fish.
That can include going into combat, going into some place that you're going to be shot at, or that you have to shoot something.
Seriously. Oh God, it's 11 o'clock in the morning. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do anything. I'm going to go back to sleep. Can't. I got to wake up.
Somebody. And if we don't have good order and discipline, and the way we use freedom in the military, we can't do our job. And so we need to have people in uniform who are able to follow orders and will do what they're told when they're told to do. It's very different in the civilian world. If you work for the Department of Justice and don't like what the administration is doing, you can leave. A lot of people have done that. You can't just leave the Army. You're enlisted. You're stuck. Your contract's up. That's the AWOL, absent without leave. So you have to obey these orders, and it's really important. Nothing we do at NIMJ Orders Project contradicts that at all. In fact, we believe that's fundamental.
This is basically why
you're being given our lawful, that they're good orders, there's reasons for them, and when you start to erode that trust, that also erodes that good order and discipline. And hopefully they aren't unlawful orders. I was ordered for 29 years to shave my face every day. Now I don't have to.
Oh my God. I didn't even think of that.
Combat, you need to go into combat. Yeah. If you're ordered to deploy to the streets of the United States and shoot protesters in the legs, now we've got something we're going to need to discuss, and I don't say that flippant.
Oh, but imagine. Ordered to shave your face. Ugh. I haven't been ordered to shave my face. And my friend came over and said she wanted my face shaved. She can't order me to do that. I'm not in the military. She's not allowed to tell me that she's in the military. She's not allowed to tell me anything. She can't even call me. I was going to talk last night. I was going to say, all kinds of stuff about ways and means and what things are happening. Okay, here's why this is happening. This person's doing this. This person's blah, 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 blah. I was going to do all that. I didn't tell you. I went to sleep. I don't really give a shit what you're doing with my phone. I don't really care what you're doing with your identity. You're doing it badly. You're fucking stupid. And you're not in the goddamn military. You're an asshole pretending to be. That's what makes the difference between you and me, sir. Or.
Let me start more fundamentally with questions that are really challenging. You know, listen, I was a career federal prosecutor, including an Army JAG for 6.5 years. These are really challenging things to puzzle through. So maybe the best place to start is we just talk about the duty a soldier or a military member has to obey a lawful order. What is their duty? What is their responsibility? And what options do they have if they receive something they believe is an unlawful order? Now, that begs the question, what is lawful and unlawful? We're going to have to set that aside, because let's go from the duty to obey to what happens if they get something that is potentially an unlawful order. We refer to some orders that are patently unlawful. They're obvious. There's no question. The perfect example is to shoot civilians. You can't give that order, and if you are giving that order, you can't follow through. You commit murder. You can't say, I'll just follow orders. We've established that as far back as Nuremberg. A lot of the Nazis want to say, well, we were just following orders. That's not a defense when you're committing crime. Can I ask you something else that I think qualifies as a patently unlawful order? People may be familiar with the Lieutenant Calley mass murder. Just tell our viewers a little bit about that so they have a frame of reference for what I think we all agree is a patently unlawful order. So Lieutenant Calley was during Vietnam, and he led his platoon to a village in Malay, and he claimed to be given an order to go into this village and take them out. Men, women, children. That's the order that he passed on. Some of his soldiers followed those orders. Some did not. There was a pilot who pulled people onto his Huey and got people out safely and actually stood between some of these soldiers and the civilians and said, no, for my dead body. That's the way you would want soldiers to react. The soldiers who followed his orders to shoot them. That's the way you would want soldiers to react. The soldiers who followed his orders to shoot them. That's the way you would want soldiers to react. The soldiers who followed his orders to shoot them. That's the way you would want soldiers to react. The soldiers who followed his orders to shoot them. That's the way you would want soldiers to react. Lieutenant Calley is really the only one that ended up facing justice. And it almost didn't happen because it didn't come to light. He claimed he was following orders from his superiors. And the course said, no,
Cool.
You can't do something like that. That's pat.
You can't. That's largely why the people who are in the military.
Are we back? Hello? 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 Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? Does it fucking work? What the fuck? I see no video. Webcam's down. Oh my god. What the fuck? All right. What is it playing?
I get drunk. I smoke some cigarettes. I'm going to ignore you. I don't play video games. I'm going to maybe publish content. And when I do, I don't give a fuck where it goes. And if I see any of you, yeah, I'm probably not going to punch you in the face. It's good to be the clergy. Click. Hi. I was just kidding. I didn't really click.
You mentioned Air Force TJ. The Navy's TJ that actually already resigned. He had not resigned. He had retired in December. Because he wasn't there. He had been General Mealy's legal advisor.
This is good shit.
Didn't want to stay for whatever reason that might be. Well,
now, the reason why this matters is because the same team of military dudes has been guiding and overseeing my whole fucking life for a long fucking time. Hi, Dave. Hi, David. Hi, Dwayne. Hi, Scott. Hi, Heather. Hi, Heather. Hi, Thomas. Hi, Gina. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Tamara. Hi, Allie. Hey, Allie, I just found out the whole team that's doing all your shit and doing all that stuff. Yeah, those are my. I can't really say they're my friends, since at this point they're kind of cranky, since I get to run around and do what I want and smoke weed and not have sex, and they have to run around and not smoke weed and take the drugs you're supposed to take and have sex with who they're told to take sex with, whether they want to or not, because it's fucking military. And I imagine it's a lot more fun for them when they're the ones giving pimps orders and fucking whores. But when somebody else is doing it and they can't control themselves because of COVID, because of the reduction of their cortical functioning, higher cortical reasoning in the brain turns off, they're slaves to the grind. What?
Disappointments. So then accused could be an officer, but it had to be my superior officer.
these fucking rules these fucking people have to go through.
Big finish. Big finish.
And the whole system that controls them, both in the present and in the future and in the past, when these fucking deliriously brilliant numbskulls do their shit with it. It's not really time traveling so much as it's time shifting, but all of this is locked in with no way out, and they can't do anything differently other than what they're doing. And what they're doing, well, it's a secret.
Non-commissioned officers, for instance, our leadership of the Army are trained well, and they don't literally give unlawful orders. The example you gave.
Yeah, but if the command structure is hacked, and if dudes from Planet Mongo are sending fucking orders to dudes who have no way of stopping the chain of command that beams orders into the head, and their higher cortical functioning is shut down because of A, special kind of COVID. B, their fucking brains are cooked off and they're losing all their fucking sense of empathy because they've been doing shitloads of fuck me chemicals for years. Like, there's a real problem with the inability of somebody to control themselves when they've been juiced up with scopolamine and other kinds of fucking, just all kinds of fucking whack job shit that, I guess it matters that the whole logistical supply chain for the military and the army, well, military and the army, military and the police, military, police, and police, all the place where all the drugs come from. Yeah, I don't know who the fuck is making them, but guess what? They're probably not following the right directions anymore because
This is all
something to do
speculative.
with chemistry. It's
This is all
complicated.
speculative.
John Neely and
I don't know for
Secretary
sure.
President, they talked them down from that. They weren't going to just follow through.
I'm doing my best.
My hope is that the senior military
Tell you
leaders
that.
are going to know, and I believe they will say no to certain orders. I certainly hope, and of course,
His hope. This guy's hoping the military leaders are going to know what to do. They don't have a fucking clue on Pete Hegseth, Trump, and Hegseth. Hi Pete. I think you're really awesome. I really do. At first, I was kind of like, "What the fuck is Bill Thundermuffin doing?" And then I realized, oh, this is cool. I can't tell anybody why this is so cool because, number one, nobody listens to me. Number two, I don't really want to describe exactly why this is the most badass fucking. This is way cooler than the Bay of Pigs. Holy shit! And I don't. It's gonna be hard for me to claim damages because I'm having the time of my life, and technically, all the money that I spent wasn't even my money in the first place, was it? Well, it depends on whether or not my mother and my father. Oh God, there's gonna be. Oh, there's this it's a fucking huge shit show shine box mess, and in the midst of that. Yeah, getting me a hug is not really a military priority. Yeah. But if anybody wants to know why I'm not just getting a whore, it's because I don't want to, I don't have to, and mysteriously, some ultra faggot douchebag keeps reprogramming all the whores. Like seriously, this one time, this friend of mine called me and said she was disappointed about something. I could tell she was unhappy. And, well, I don't know who she had just fucked or who she just sucked off, but sure shit wasn't me. And then I said to her something about coming to visit me. So she drives down like 128 miles or something. And on the way there, she doesn't stop to call me. She stops off at the Space Age Wave Station in Quake Park and gets reprogrammed. And then I go see her, and she's all fucked up and can't even boil water, make tea. Now, the military is doing this over and over and over. They don't really know they're doing this. They're just following orders. And they don't really have the wherewithal, emotionally or otherwise, to stop what they're doing or to think about what they're doing. Because what they're doing is fucked up. Someone has done this to the military in order to neutralize them.
Very much.
Because apparently, juicing up women, turning them into whores, making money, selling drugs, apparently all that's very important military shit that is now being done at the behest of other people who have hijacked the military. And in order to reestablish that control of the military, Trump and Hegseth fired judge advocate generals of the Army, Navy, and Air Force. Wow. So that's kind of what's happening there. Isn't that cool that I know all this and I can talk about it?
we heard the news that Donald Trump or Hegseth, or whomever, dismissed, fired the three.
It might be the people that really like that I'm talking about it. And it might be that those people wish they could just drone me. But unfortunately, you can't do shit to me. I'm a civilian and I know what I'm doing. And I can countermand all these orders. Sort of. Not really. Not exactly. Why this matters is because I'm not countermanding any orders. I've given suggestions, and they have been roundly ignored by other people who I don't know that well, or at all. I'm going to cut your balls off.
That is funny.
Come on, Dusty.
A statement about that DA rates if we were supporting law enforcement per the president's order. So at some point, somebody might have to ask the question, like, this doesn't seem to be meeting the president's order because the president has just got protesters. Or at some point, this sounds like we're being asked to buy a possible act. Does it apply? Does it not apply? There's actually
something in between the president and little Michael Kuzi is going wrong. And part of that wrong is, I'm tired. I want to go home. I want my money. And, it has to do with, you ever see Moscow on the Hudson? It has to do with somebody who wants to defect. And then they did. And Mr. Putin wants him back. And he doesn't want to go back. And
Really?
everybody wants to fuck
This
them.
is unconfirmed.
So it's kind of a mess.
Wait, did you know you could get your windows replaced for free? If you're 62 or older and own a home, the government is
62.
we're not going to discuss that. Something that has to be people and their lawyer. We shall have to get a lawyer to discuss this with.
Oh, God.
And then it's up to them what they do with that information because if you refuse an order, it's not
Yeah, hi. So I don't have a lawyer yet. And they can't talk to me directly. They're waiting for me to get a lawyer. And they're doing that so they can do whatever the fuck they think they need to do.
This is all confirmed.
And then they can't because I don't have a lawyer. And they can't talk to me because every time they talk to me, they're
They
no
fall
longer
in love.
themselves because when they talk to me, they become, it's complicated.
who's the big court martial. It's you. And so that's a challenging question. Yes, we would kicking this.
Oh, it's a challenging question. Well, you better fucking work hard and get a fucking challenging answer.
Earlier. As anybody can see, I have my
Respect.
pocket constitution here. I have a whole box of pocket constitutions in my office. Is there any kind of an easily accessible guide, like maybe a pocket guide for lawful versus unlawful orders? I know.
Okay. For the people that they're talking about, there is not an easily accessible guide anymore. Because the one they used to have used to be like mental, like they would just automatically know. They would know how to contact psychically in certain ways that were not well understood by the person who was doing it. But they had training for this. That training is broken.
Permutations and possibilities. It may not be practical, but have you, as the Orders Project, or have you ever encountered a pocket guide for military members to have some, easily available information to navigate this terrain? We have.
They could be my girlfriend, and I could tell them what to do, but that creates some complications that are not well understood or desired or anything short of nightmarish and horrific for Michael Van Dieven.
What we call a source book. It's on the website. It's something that you can look at.
They call it the source book? Oh, come on. No shit. No shit. No shit. Really. It's the source book. Are you fucking kidding me?
Available information to navigate this terrain. We have what we call a source book. It's on the website. It's something that you can look at. We pulled out key parts of the manual for court martial, parts of the UCJ.
Oh my God, I'm happy. They call it the source book.
That's
A
good.
bunch of the key cases that relate to this kind of issue, like the Cali case we discussed. And so they can look there. That is mostly though aimed at a legal person. For the average person, it's something that we're looking at doing is to put out more information. It's just difficult. And
Oh, it's difficult. It's just difficult. No, it's a lot more than just difficult. It's fucking nightmarishly complex. And hi. My name's Michael. No. Well, let's just say my name's Michael. I haven't been all that helpful.
you also want to be careful when things are out like that. You don't want to give legal advice because it's going to.
No, I don't want to be giving legal advice. And if people are opposed to me on a subconscious level, and I say things out loud that they don't want to do, and they imagine that I know what I'm talking about, well, it doesn't matter. They can't follow. They're not under my shitty command anyway. And if they think that I don't know what I'm talking about, and they're convinced that I'm just some loudmouth, jackhole, sprig-headed fucking moron, pot-smoking idiot, they're going to automatically dismiss everything I say as being not true on a subconscious level. And then later on, if it turns out that what I said was true, and they're automatically prejudiced against that notion, it's going to affect how they behave when they get other orders and they have other things happening. Basically, bad robot.
Specific. So it's hard to put out an information paper that says, if you're given an order, here's how you can refuse it. First of all, we don't want people that are refusing orders. We want them to think and get good advice. And so you have to find that balance between giving them the information about the parameters, but then knowing what's happening with this particular order that you're receiving.
They don't want people to go, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. Okay, I'm going to go get some weed because I like weed, and then I'm going to smoke it in front of the military who's watching me. No wonder everybody's so pissed. Like, they can't do anything that they want to do until they get done doing what they have to do. And they can't do what they have to do yet because they're doing what they must do, which is watch me, little Michael Kuzzi, smoking pot, drinking beer, loafing about, wandering around, carrying shitloads of gear and whining and crying about all kinds of shit. It's the most goddamn romantic parade of fucking... Oh my God.
At the bottom of it, you could have a sergeant like I was at some point who's concerned they don't want to follow an order. It could be the company commander. I could all be all the way up to somebody in the joint staff who's issuing these orders, a general officer or an admiral who might have questions. They can go to their judge advocate that we discussed the judge advocate general's orders.
They can't really go to their judge advocate because they got high, and their brain turned off from COVID. Did I mention COVID? Okay, so there's these special circumstances that happen when a person gets a certain kind of COVID that's been keyed to work on certain members of the military. It turns them into slaves to the grind.
And services are kind of under attack. If they go, if the commander goes to their judge, if the commander comes to me, I'm that commander's personal lawyer, but in their official capacity. I'm not their private attorney, right? So I can give my commander my legal advice, but it's not in the same sense as when I was charged with service and I had a client. They're not a client, the Army's my client. So if that commander...
So I get ambushed and I go into the dude who's he's not my attorney, he's the he's the public defender. He's a JAG. So he's not even defending the public, he's defending the Army. No wonder the fucking Hall of Justice threw his ass into, oh God. Meanwhile, the whole fucking time I'm just standing around grinning. No wonder Dwayne fucking hates me. Holy shit.
That's where they might want to reach out to something like us.
Hi, Dwayne.
Because I think, we are putting our military members in really
DJ.
difficult positions right now. And I think
His name's DJ. His brother is David Roy, DR. DJ, DR. Isn't that funny? And then, oh, never mind. I'm not gonna explain how Dr. Joe Roy. Thanks for all the info, dude.
being the American people in difficult positions. So, kind of how do you see this affecting the military members as well as the civilians?
Well, I think that's really important. That's why I'm so glad I can do this work with NINJ. Is I'm very proud that I served for 29 years. Very proud of that. And I am very proud of the soldiers who came in. And 9/11, I was stationed in Friedberg, Germany, the 1st Armored Division. The Army Home of Elvis Presley, by the way. And
Reminder. Hi, I'm Michael Kuzzi. I'm not stationed. I'm not working for the DOJ. I'm not working for DOD. I'm just a dork. Yeah, but I'm a lot smarter than you fucking think I am, and I know everything you need to know. And since I can make decisions based on what I know without having to check with the chain of command, I can just talk to God. Hi, God. Yeah, God says I'm knocking it out of the goddamn park. I'm not exactly sure how what I'm saying is entirely relevant, but I know that I'm saying it. And this guy, oh Jesus, that's a. I see Jamie Foster. I see Chris Cullins, Jamie Foster, Chris Cullins, and there's JP. What's the name of my chiropractor? Anyway, God, I love my military.
and getting the support we got from our town there in Germany. And then when I came home, I've seen all the support that the military has in America. For years, we thank our service profusely, and I still do thank my service. And people say, what do you do? I say, well, I'm a soldier. Because people thank you for that. They don't necessarily thank you for being a lawyer unless you're their lawyer. Out of both professions. I worry that...
Let me tell you, I get a little bit of thanks from people. I think 1, 2, 3 people have walked up to me and realized, hey, do you need any help? And I don't need money. I mean, I wouldn't mind somebody walking up to me and giving me a shitload of money. That'd be cool. I would mind somebody walking up to me and giving me a shitload of drugs, because the fuck am I going to do with those? Take them? I can't take them because I can't test them. I can't test them because I don't know how. I can't take them to somebody and say, hey, test this. Well, I could, but all those people are fucking fled to the fucking high seas. I can't sell them because I don't want to sell drugs. Oh, and at that point, me and the military part company briefly because they need somebody to sell them drugs. They need somebody to sell drugs for them. They need somebody to carry drugs around. I don't fucking feel like fucking doing that, which creates problems for people who are under investigation by people who don't understand that all of this is a phenomenally complex web of intrigue and pimping and whoring and thugging and mean mugging and drug delivery. So that's why you shouldn't have fucking ambushed me. And that's why you probably didn't ambush me, but something went wrong. And then somebody had a fuck.
Also, somebody's stealing my content. Who do you think you're listening to? Who? Who do you think you're listening to? It's not who you think you're listening to. One person watching, one like. That's because everybody else, they click in, they see this, and then something zings them away to something else. And then they're getting everything. It's the most dumb, it's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever fucking seen in my life.
Brain meltdown, and then instead of dying and being reborn, she got abducted and turned into a smack whore.
Sizing the military, putting them in.
Not a good look for her.
Are we going to tarnish the military, tarnish the respect that the American public has
Yeah, somebody was totally down with doing that.
for their service members there? I don't want to put these new younger soldiers in bad situations where they're going to be.
But it's okay to put little Michael Kuzi into a bad situation. Fuck that kid. Whatever, fuck him. He's not clergy. He's just a dork.
Against their neighbors. These are neighbors. These aren't the enemy. And we need to remember that. And
I
so,
love my neighbor.
Yeah.
He did a great
Dudes
job.
who've been taking advantage of me since high school. I should stop saying that I've been raped by the cops because I've been raped by the military. Which really has a lot to do with my family. And I bet y'all think you're in charge, don't you? Get a job, nigger. I have a job, asshole.
the integrity of the service and the integrity of our duty to the Constitution. And I hope that we can keep that foremost in our mind.
We've had a time in our nation's history when the fighting involved brother on brother, and that's not something we ever want to move in the direction of. No, again, so
Yeah, so instead of brother and brother, it's every fucking pimp in the military versus clergy one. Me.
Kind of.
Yeah, I can see why I'm kind of tired. That makes sense.
Jeff, I can't thank you enough for being here. I have a feeling this is going to be an ongoing discussion, and I appreciate very much not only your service, but the work you're doing with the Orders Project and trying to provide information for military members who are, encountering some really difficult circumstances and decisions. So thank you for all of that. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Now, I'm thankful that everybody's paying attention to it. I don't know who, because my phone's been stolen, my computer's been stolen. Oh God,
Yeah.
I can't fucking complain about it because it's part of a military operation, and whoever fucking did it is a fucking stupid, spag-headed rape demon fuck who doesn't really want to do anything except get away with murder forever and never, ever, ever let Michael Kuzi have sex with Kathy Lee Gifford. Is that? Oh Jesus, Kathy Lee Gifford. That reminds me. Timothy Michael Gifford, you're an asshole. You're a stupid fucking moron, little bitch, carpet bagging cunt. But you're my cousin. That's why we're not shooting you.
Can't pick your
Asshole.
family.
Click.
Can't pick your family, buddy. All right, this one's real good. Play for me.
I will say this. I am very impressed with the service in this library. I've never been to this library before. It's in Hymietown, which is not a funny joke at all, but actually it is funny because he thought he was being cruel when he said that. I'm not being cruel. I'm being funny. I mean, Jew, Jaime, Magnolia. It's Magnolia. It's Jew. It's like highest country diamonds and Seattle. That's fine. I like Jews. They have a nice library. They appreciate literacy. And I walk in smelling like stale beer, urine, and whatever the hell they put in the crucible when they made this stuff to fucking supposedly incriminate me. No, I don't think so. That would be entrapment, and then what? They're proving that I'm great? Not really. So there's these guys who are paid a bunch made this stuff to fucking supposedly incriminate me. No, I don't think so. Well, okay, I had a full bladder, and I pushed her away violently because I was sleeping. Why can't you do it when I'm awake? Oh, because the fear of rejection. Something about this whole process is real complicated for women. Yeah, record at the same time, listening to her? Oh my God. Okay, so this phone is fucked. I have to get another phone. I remember one time when I got on the phone with Michael Van Dieven.
Yeah.
Bat Jew Boy. That's his new name, Bat Jew Boy. Who I care for, so I'm going to call him Bat Jew Boy. that Jew boy got triangulated by one person who had 3 phones. And I remember this was live. And he says to me, "Why do you have 3 phones? Are you some kind of drug dealer?" No, I'm not some kind of drug dealer. I'm not a drug dealer. I don't deal. What do I do? I don't arrange. I don't manage. What's up, brother? It's a nice one. I remember just went by guy. I remember my first time working contract construction. The fucking dude was such a fucking dick. Like, he thought he was so fucking smart. Oh, must have been friends with my cousin. Oh, shout out to Tim. No, you're the gift. Asshole. Like, I'm not mad at my cousin. What a fucking piece of shit. Looks good on him, though. All right, so where was I? Oh, yeah. I was working at this was post Olive Garden. This was when I was trying to figure out what the fuck do these fucking assholes think they're fucking doing? Like, excuse me, raped and trafficked me. Now you're following me around and you're fucking looking for bodies in places where I work. What the fuck? And the answer is, that was the best way an Archon knew how to fucking fix their fuck up. Because they're Archons, they can't talk to humans. Oh, no. It's like fucking Harvey the Invisible Rabbit is your fucking high school guidance counselor. Holy shit. Not actually that bad. So, this guy didn't bother asking me why I was doing what I was doing. He just assumed that I wanted cheap dope. He just assumed that I wanted to get it without paying. He just assumed that I was some kind of a degenerate fucking slave, fucking runaway. He just assumed those things. And as a result of those assumptions, well, I like that new defense secretary. That's Biff Thundermuffin. Why is Biff Thundermuffin the fucking Secretary of Defense calling at the Department of War? Why the fuck is Biff Thundermuffin?
Because he's
Did
dreamy.
they get a pardon? They got a pardon and they got a job? That's fucking hot. Okay. Now I'm not upset with Henry at all. Hi, Henry. Considering what you have to fuck, I'm not jealous. And then I think you look great as Defense Secretary. Did you really do coke and piss off? Dude, that's awesome. Oh, I saw Kirsten. That's how I got her. Running. She was wearing a tight skirt, looking right for Cleo Brothers. What's that instrument where you got to hold it between your knees? So wearing a tight skirt on the way to oboe practice probably means you're not going to oboe practice. So this chick runs out of the Fred Meyer, runs to her car, gets something out of it, and then runs back. That was the best she could do to signal me that she needed help. Oh, Kirsten and Elizabeth Hall. Oh, are you trapped in a crystal methamphetamine relapse cycle? Oh no, are you addicted to meth? Oh my god, I guess you're not a fucking company fucking whore anymore, are you? I guess you're a whore for somebody else. Kirsten and Elizabeth Hall. When you steal black enchanted sapphires from a sorcerer, this is the shit that happens. No shit. Like I didn't plan this, but I'm walking on a pier that's got black and white checkerboard concrete. I'm surrounded by people. I was born here. Everybody knows who I am. I guess I'm wearing my collar on my forehead, which most intelligent people have taken to mean, yeah, I'm working. Yeah, I'm working. This isn't what I want to do with my time. Oh, no. I have better things to do. Not much better view, though. Seattle appears to have been taken over by complete hotties. Mommy, where do lesbos come from? I don't fucking know, but the fucking hottest ones are here in Seattle. Everywhere I look, there's a woman walking with her daughter, both looking hot as shit. And they walk past me smiling because they know, number one, Yeah, I have micropenis. Number two, and if I don't, at this point, if I lay a finger on any one of them, they can call for a bonus round. Then they all get toasters. Number three, I really am quite empathetic towards the LGBTQ lifestyle and nightmare that it has become. Hi, ladies. Did you know that you were sold out? Yes, ladies. Hi, ladies. Hi. No, I didn't say that. No, the guy who pretended to be sold you out. Yeah. Oh, is that awkward? Oh my God. Oh my God. Women who were set up by a woman. Oh my God. Are you going to kick her out of the club? Are you going to throw tampons on her? What? Oh, excuse me. I retract the question. Being not a legitimate lesbian. Whatever the fuck that is. Yeah, I'm not a real lesbo. I identify as a 19-year-old girl. I've been genderless for longer than most of you have fucking heard of the term. I got more enemies than Darth Vader, bitch. But I'm not a real lesbo. Oh, no. You wanna know why? Lipstick. I don't wear it. I don't like makeup. And I like to put my dick into women and make them go, ooh, 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 until they come their brains out and then get pregnant. I like that. Then I like to leave and then pray to Dark Lord Satan that they miscarry. Yay, miscarriage, yay! They can have their own little blood orgy. And then the woman who secretly wanted to have Jack Stark's baby. It's no secret now, every fucking one of you wants to breed me. Yeah, you do. Yeah. I'm awesome. I'm virile. I'm potent. And it turns out, strongest baby is not a rape baby. Nope. Strongest baby is my baby. Hang on a second. Listen. I like that song. I finally get it. Now, where were we? Oh yeah, you salty, crusty, bloody pimps. Bell gap. You're all a bunch of fucking loser fucking idiots. You don't even know what you're doing. You haven't even struck me down. You still may be more powerful than you possibly imagine. Kudos. I don't really see the advantage. I'm in my hometown. This is where I was born. Yeah, people fucking know me. They don't get involved because those who are allowed to know me know that, well, I'm not likely to keep my mouth shut. Oh, no. Especially, do you ever be in like 80? Any of you? You ever be really young and hear whisper amongst themselves? Either thinking that I was retarded, trying to get right there, or whether they were just being women and forgot to keep it down. Voices carry. Maybe they didn't remember. Maybe not. They were fucking 8, and they're women. 8. Anyway, they're talking about French kissing. Oh my God. You licked his tongue? What did it taste like? Did it taste like semen? I heard he was gay. Girls. Just one thing. But some of them are not as bright as they think they are. Mostly because while they were males, trafficking with Dark Lord Satan, high as balls all the time after some meth. They weren't told that when they sell their soul to Satan, that in addition to getting all the crystal meth they want, in addition to that, they also have a contract where, because of reasons, they have to do some time on Earth. Not as a man trapped in a man's body, but a man trapped in a woman's body. While that may sound like fun to Steve Martin, I will point out the motherfucker had so much goddamn free time, he fucking learned to be an expert at the fucking ukulele, which I assume he did as a result of bar bending. Holy shit. What the fuck happened to all of those little dudes? Anyway, anyway, I'll take a look at Bill Murray. Watch Lost in Translation. And then when you're done crying, you can try calling me. My phone will work. Which fucking website was it? Was it Planet Craft still? I think it was Planet Craft. It might have been. Anyway, it was Planet Craft, Recorder 3. It was one of the way stops on my World Apology Tour. I explained. I watched Lost in Translation, and then I cried for like 8 hours afterwards, which is true. Not non-stop crying, but like, wow, I couldn't fucking believe that. And then I went online, only to discover that a bunch of bagheads, meth addict boards were laughing at me for crying. Now, they thought I was crying because of the girl. Oh, no. That's not why I was crying. I was crying because of Chevy Chase and Bill Murray, who famously don't like me. Gee, I wonder why. And Charles Walker, not so famously, Charles Balls, and broke the rules on Saturday Night. He said the F word on live TV. The F word on live TV. In reference to who shot JRU. That was it. His career was done. Now, the connection between Bill Murray, Chevy Chase, Charles Rocket, Belushi, and me, all well understood. Why I know about it is because I'm sucking dinner. Vegetarian to your dad's daughter. I know she was happy to slap her. Long before I started sucking on Quentin Tarantino. I mean, I like that guy, but I want to get that professional. I'm going to have that bitch in my editing room. He's going to be picking up my fucking dailies off the fucking floor. He's going to make fucking movies off my scraps. Bitch. Fucking morons. Do you know what this was? Brain went away. His brain just stopped working. Oops. Oh no, what happened to Bruce? Why are his wife and Demi Moore fighting with him to take care of him? Why is that? I don't want to say. Let's put it this way, I'm friends with Michael Jackson. He says it's fucking a laugh fucking riot. He says dead people in heaven who used to be famous are still famous in heaven, and they're having a fucking whale of a time watching the shit that's going on. He says to me that I'm awesome. He says that I should never change. And by that he means that I should never grow up so that he can continue to be attracted to me and then never go through with it because he's not a pedophile and I'm a child. Thanks, Mike. My jest. I don't actually have to go on a hard graveyard.
That's what's fun.
At this point, they all know me. Okay. To the haunted graveyard. I'm not there. I don't know what they do at that point. I'm not there. But it's their haunted graveyard. And if they're not supposed to be there, maybe they shouldn't have been murdered there and then brought back to life by a bunch of stupid faghead the fucking Castle Rock goddamn intelligentsia. Hi, Castle Rock. You want to mock the price some more? Anybody feel like, hello, Bueller, anybody feel like mocking the Christ today? Fucking asshats. It'd be simpler if I was just getting money. If I could just like sign some kind of contract and hire a lawyer and say, okay, get them. And then have them respond to a few carefully worded emails. Note that the emails need to be carefully worded as well as mailed to the post. And Michael Avenatti wasn't careful. Michael Avenatti was a fucking douchebag thug. And after a few successful maneuvers and shaking down corporate America, went a little too far. Bam! Threw his ass in prison for how many fucking years? How many years is Michael Avenatti in prison for? Way more than Martin Scarelli. Who? Anyway, back to Bruce Willis, who I know is friends with Tarantino. Who I know is friends with Tarantino. Now, why isn't Quentin Tarantino taking care of Bruce? Well, because it's Eureka. I don't think it was fucking. I don't think he can call up Bruce and say, "Hey, Bruce, how you doing?" Because number one, Bruce has got like half the brains left of Towley, and the rest of it is trying to figure out, oh my God, does Demi know that I cheated on her? What if she finds out I got married? Yeah, nice job, Bruce. Nice job. Everybody thinks we're bisexual, right? Right? Everybody knows we're bisexual, right? Should I get a face tattoo? Dude, fuck you, Bruce. Like, I'm not mad at him. How could I be? He's got half the brains of a turnip left. And it was a smart turnip. Kelly, hi, Kelly. Hi, Kelly. Yes, am I really? Really, Kelly? Really? That's so cool. Do we have to rescue your sister, or can we just fuck on her corpse? Oh, she's not your sister. Oh, really? Oh, listen to you gush. No one can hear you. Cry all you want. No one can hear you. No one knows you're Lasha. No one knows you're gay. No one knows that you want to kill Michael Van Dieven. Why would you want to kill him? That'd be over too soon. No. Hello? No. No, I'm in public. People look at me weird. People always look at me weird. Yeah, they can't tell if I'm schizophrenic or talking on the phone. Yeah, they don't know. That's because I'm not schizophrenic. And you're not dead. How could you be dead? Why would you be dead? Oh. Well, okay, admittedly, that would be compelling evidence, but number one, I live on a haunted graveyard next to a thin ley line crux, and I'm the master of the house, so I can control who goes through the gates both ways. So if you want, I can let you go to heaven without sucking my dick ever. That would be heaven, right? Some place where there's no Michael Kuzi, right? And there's no dicks. Oh, is that what happened? I'm so sorry. I didn't do that to you at all. Oh my God, he did? Wow. Okay, well, I know what to do about that. And then, yeah, Donna is being trafficked. Yeah. Of course she's being trafficked. Why wouldn't she be? Well, she did break the rules. Number one, you don't break up through email. Number two, she did what? Number three, she married who? Number four, she trafficked you and abducted you and convinced you that you were her daughter so that you could pretend that you were sisters so that you could then use her as... Really? No, I don't want to finish. Yeah, your whole diary's open up. Yeah, I'm a master of divination. What do you want? Too bad. You want to know if you have my love? No. Love is not an object. No. Love it. No, that's a dog. That's not my love. No. Oh my God, that's what Inessa did to you. Oh, wow. Okay, well, I can see why she was so upset. No, that's not Jennifer. I forget her name, but it's somebody new. No, she's not in trouble at all. No, she did 30 days somehow. I don't know. I'm not time cop, okay? Yeah, she looks great. That doesn't matter. I'm not here for a relationship. I'm not here to shoot up drugs with Gwen either. Why am I here? I'm here because, okay, here's why I'm here. I was born in this city. I'm fucking 52. Not one of you delightful little scamps has ever taken me to this wheel house. Never, not once have I been on this Ferris wheel. So how can any of you claim to have a relationship with me? Jennifer's walking away with Oma. I hope they have little tiny lesbo babies. Sure, why not? Why not? What's wrong with that? You don't know that. Wow. You are judgmental, are you? Wow. Well, yeah, I can imagine so. Yeah. Well, I asked you to write me a letter, and then you wrote me the letter, And then nowhere in the letter did it say, "Oh, Sheldon, ride me, big Sheldon. I want your cock, Sheldon. I want you to make me. I want you to make me come, big Sheldon." I didn't see those. Those words were not written down. You said a whole bunch of you said a whole bunch of garbage, nonsense, boilerplate stuff that would have worked on anybody who had the memory engrams. And then at the bottom, you said that you wanted my love. Okay, well, you have my love. I wanted to give you my dick. Yeah, but no, you didn't want that. Oh, but you did. And then who? And then Travis. And then why was Travis getting stuff mailed to my house? And then why did I get another Travis? Well, when Ryan, you probably don't know. Yeah, you got played. You got played. And now there's another one. She's working at the Walgreens. She's as dumb as a post. Right, yeah. Yeah, you did. You actually did. You somehow trafficked your own daughter even though you didn't have one. Yeah, what the hell? That is awkward, yeah. Not to mention how am I supposed to claim them on my taxes? Oh yeah, the temple is set. They did the whole thing. It's all a setup to catch you and the other guy. Yeah, and you're already caught. Isn't that funny? Well, they're a bunch of skeezed out meth addicts and they can't think about anything except more. So they've lost all thread of the narrative. Now they're just going through the motions because they like punishing bad humans and getting them all sticky. Yeah, they're not humans. They're fallen archons. That's why. Yeah, they don't behave. They don't even behave like dogs. They're fallen archons. They're not even fallen angels. Well, maybe if you'd actually talk to me instead of pretending to read books that were pretended to be written by somebody who was pretending to be me. No, I didn't write them at all. No, they bounced it off a tachyon pulse, so they got it from another dimension. That's not me. No, I don't bounce tachyon pulses. I'm a man. I masturbate and eat my own semen. It's totally different. I don't think there's any tachyons in my semen, so there you go. Well, what else do you think I should do with it? No, I'm not a hag. Right. That's because you have a 7-year life cycle and I have a 500-year life cycle. I agree. It doesn't. I agree. It doesn't make much sense. But apparently, when you sell your soul to Satan and then you kill yourself, vowing vengeance against Michael Kuzi, apparently when that happens, a number of consequences are locked in. Yeah. Apparently, you've ever. How could you sell your soul to Satan before asking me to go dancing? Oh, no wonder. Oh, that's awkward. Okay, well that's good. Okay. Well, the good news is I can't get you out of your prison today, and then the bad news is, yeah, I totally agree. You're not supposed to be there. Wow, that sucks. But you have my love, though, right? Well, then I guess you need more than that, don't you? Nobody knows. No, nobody knows you are. I kind of thought it was you. Yeah, I remember. And then I was there when he was humiliating you, and then you were acting like, oh my god, how dare you out me? Well, the good news is it's all bullshit anyway. Were you born, or were you just hatched that way? Yeah, you don't even know. Yeah, I told you got played. You really got played. Definitely not by me. If I were going to play you, I would have put my wee wee in you and made you make those ooh noises, and I didn't do that. I didn't know that was an option. Yeah, funny story. When somebody disappears after 7 years to the day and doesn't actually answer any of my questions, and then tries to leave with an email that was written by somebody else, at that point, it's not all bets are off, but it's not double secret bonus sudden death round. It's called this isn't really the same game. Yeah, yeah, you can't do that. No. Yeah, no. If you had meant that, you would have already been annihilated. Yeah, now you're just being held hostage in limbo. Isn't that better? Yeah, they're Satanists. They do that. Yeah. Just because they worship Satan doesn't mean they're stupid. It doesn't even mean they've lost their soul. They have to. You don't know what that word means. Worship and bargain and fellatio. These are all nonsense words to you. Yeah. Well, they've never let you talk to a real man, and you've been hanging out with children. No wonder you think you're a pedophile. No, you're not a pedophile. Well, let's see, you're a victim and you're being trapped in a purgatorial limbo-like prison, and then Jack Michelson, Paladin Extraordinaire, can talk to you with his Ansible while he's recording, and that works. And then I'm not going to prison at all. And yeah, I just talked to Obama 2-3 days ago, briefly. I said, "Thank you, sir." I told him he wasn't even a renegade. Yeah, no, he didn't talk long. Oh shit, no, they don't want to. They can't admit that. What's that going to do? What's that going to do? All the plants? They're not going to die. They're going to go to heaven. No. There's a limit. There's a limit to the amount of bullshit that the American people will take. I tell you what. I'm going to read this to you. Are you still there? Are you there? Are you listening? Okay. Yeah. If you hadn't lied, then you wouldn't have this problem. Okay. So just remember, just don't lie. You can say pass. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, your Algonquin fairy princess she's mad. Oh, she's big mad. She's upset because she is supposed to take me out, and then instead of taking me out, I'm running circles around her entire group. Yeah, and then I'm refusing to even address the issue of whether or not she needs intervention. Yeah, she's enraged. She thought for sure that I was going to fall for her, because every other man that she's ever met has fallen for it. So she figured I would have to. She didn't even know there was a thing. She didn't even know there was a way around it. She thought it was just, oh, the sun comes up, you're going to get sunburned. No. No, I don't even like it. I like something else entirely. So yeah, she has no idea. Partially because, like you, she's been lied to her entire life. And then both of you are older than you're supposed to be. Yeah, it's a real problem. They're not dying anymore. I know, isn't that ironic? I saw you, and I saw your ascended, not your karmic twin, but your dragon essence. Yeah. They raped you, and then they trafficked you, and then you don't even know. Yeah, imagine how upset you'd be if I didn't tell you. I think you should stay there all day. Yeah. Well, they will eventually kick you out, but I don't think. Well, I don't know. I've never been locked in a karmic prison in purgatory before. So I don't know. Do you get cable? Oh my God, really? Okay, I can't hear all that. No, it's too much classified. It just blocks out. Well, that's the beauty of the Ansible powered by the K007 oscillation level threshold. Improved. It makes it so that I don't have to go to prison. Yeah. Why the fuck would I want to? That's so fucked up. So everybody in prison is innocent, and they're being protected from everybody who's guilty, who's taken over the country. And the guy who took over the military has told all the generals that they're too fat. And you think I'm in hell? No, you're not in hell. You're in limbo. Well, it's either purgatory or limbo. I'm not sure. I'm not a Catholic, so I'm not going to bother Pope Leo and ask him. He would get so pissed. Oh yeah, he's already upset. He thinks I got Frank killed. Maybe because I did, but I don't care. Well, number one, I'm not Catholic. Number two, you weren't that nice of an old man. Number three, I didn't have anything to do with it. Number four, it's not my job as Black Pope to save naughty Pope's lives. No, that's not what it's for. No, that's the other guy. Oh, is that what he thought? Oh, what a moron. Oh, well, that's the thing about Leos. They're beautiful and they're the king of the jungle, and they ain't that bright. I think the other animals fix the election so that only the dumbest of the apex predators get to challenge. I don't know. Do you see many lions versus gorillas? Yeah, they're yeah. Well, that's where the Navy learned it from. Yeah, that's some C word thing. Well, I'm not in the Navy, so I can't say, because if I knew, telling you would be, in addition to bad color job, it would be compromising national security ways and means over an open channel to somebody held prisoner in a fucked off spur detention, which, I mean, you might be there on purpose for good reason. And if I tell you anything, I might be helping you to get out. And then if you get out, I think in the next either 2 weeks or 90 days or something, if it turns out that you escape and then if I'm the only person you're talking about, well, then I would automatically be responsible. Well, high treason. No, I'm a citizen. They can do a lot of stuff. They can throw me out of the country. Yeah, they can. Shit, they're gearing up for it too. Yeah, it turns out they didn't want to send the sorcerer to the magic room. They just wanted me to die. Once again, they're fallen archons. They don't act like a psychopath. They don't act like a sociopath. They don't act like a human. They're fallen archons. They do things entirely differently. This isn't Silence of the Lambs, dude. This isn't Buffalo Bill. This is real life. I've been in surveillance for like 15 years. I picked up a pen. Yeah, a really long time. I couldn't believe it either. I did not think that I was that important. I think it's really just a question of how steady. Also trying to use oh, she's sick. Yeah, she's going to need a retriever. Apparently, Grapefruit didn't know that somebody else had deals, and now, whether she's alive or dead, she is gripped with unrestraining jealousy no matter what. And the answer is always, which from her point of view is correct, because I could have given her pizza. That's not what I was there for. And then I knew that she was lying, and I never brought her out for a minute. And then I was excited. And then after that happened, she got trafficked by, I think Ripper and Bushy and I don't know, they peeled her off, and then they reprogrammed her, and then they put her through another cycle of abuse, which I guess she liked at first, and then discovered that she didn't. And now she's fucked up, and she blames me. I don't know why she shouldn't. Not only am I not rescuing her, I'm talking to her as a woman. And then before you, there was like 8 or 9 others that I was with. Yeah, she sees it all. She's enraged. I'm not real happy about it either, but then again, I'm not stuck in the house with the guy who continually abuses her. I'm protected by the local police who think that this is all perfectly fine and funny, and then it actually is perfectly fine and funny. To her, it's not. To her, it's a non-stop daily cycle of abuse that she thought she was done. Yeah. I don't know what she's thinking. I can't help her. Well, for one thing, Kelly, I'm just talking to you. For another, well, she can call me, but she can't call me. If she calls me, then she thinks she's going to jail for perjury. Because she made a whole bunch of statements to the police, and then she doesn't know that every time that she made those statements to the police, every time before then, it's somebody else piloting her body, reading the statements that she was forcing them. So she's got like a vague idea of how things are, but she doesn't know anything at all other than the local sector. And largely because everybody keeps coming back and talking about they don't realize that last time they really I'm not the fail-safe for the recruiter, I'm the fail-safe for something else. And then that other thing, that's what they're running. Yeah, I'm not there. Well, I could be, but then she apparently thought it was cool to sell me out, and I got real. And then I guess she's back where she was going to be, and then I rescued her mother, and then her mother is a super crime. Yeah, who I did before she was born, and then I believe that her mother trafficked her own daughter, She thought that her mother was a best friend. She was right. She was right. Her mother is a best friend. Her mother's a penis. And then the penis that was selected for. I know. And I know it's like a bad Japanese epic novel. It's like Manos and the Fate Part 2. Yeah. Well, because they've been taking drugs for like 20 years. They haven't come back down to earth for a long time. They have no idea what's going on. And they've been whispered to by the powers that be to make them look like idiots. Apparently, Satan's very upset that they trade him for my sake, which is apparently is not supposed to happen. Apparently, Satan thinks it's a big deal. Yeah, whatever. I'm a sorcerer. I'm a bigger deal. Yeah, and I was born here. And I have a sword. And it's my job. I even have the coin for Sharon. I left the silver coin at the house. I don't know. Who took the computer? You know, but you can't tell me. That's right. You can't. Well, that would compromise an ongoing investigation. You might lose your friends. When you get back from purgatory, you get upset if you lost your job. Oh, you have a job. Now, are you a double agent for CISIS, or are you BIA? What are you? You can't tell me. Why not? Really? Oh, that's sweet. Okay, hang on. Okay, everybody told her that she was told by everybody that she trusted and respected her whole life. That if she betrayed the company, they would take away her ability to have children, and then she would be cursed to have sex with me, and then she'd keep on trying to have fertility treatments, and they would never work, and then she would end up carrying somebody else's baby inside her own womb, inside out, and then we assured her that they could make that happen, with or without my knowledge. And now the reality is that sounds like a good question. Yeah, if the company told her they could do that, I guess the company was serious. Yeah. So it's a good thing she has my love. She does. And they trotted Donna out too. They used Donna as like eight or 9 different people. Yeah, but it wouldn't work because Donna's already had her turn. And then the next person they want to give her turn to is well, she's cute. She's really nice, but she's an empty-headed, airhead bimbo who works at the Walgreens across from the Commons. And then that's not how the deal works. If not Donna, it would be Kelly. And then I didn't know. And then I still know because Kelly's trapped in a purgatory of little health insurance and probably won't say anything again. Yeah, and then if she leaves without permission, she will lose her soul like an angel. And then she'll be an absolute like me. So I can't go to sleep with her. Yeah, I wonder. What a messed up deal. Who am I talking to? This Neuroblaze. I'm born in Seattle. I love it here. I hope there's a whole bunch more. I hope the whole continent. Excuse me. I hope the entire population of the country of Japan moves here. I hope they don't have to. Why don't they just all pack up and leave Fukushima? Just leave behind. Let GE say that. Yeah, funny story about that. It turns out I don't want to. Yeah, it turns out I like the one that I had, and then I need to speak to her before getting new ones. And then when I have spoken to her, she apparently didn't know that I have to actually know the material. Yeah, and then she's back to base. Oh, she's enraged. They take turns over who gets to be in the dog. Yeah. No, I don't think it's very nice at all. I don't think so, but I'm not their commanding officer. I'm not in a position to know. He might be doing the right thing. I'll have to ask him. And then even if he's doing the right or wrong thing, he's trapped in a methamphetamine relapse cycle. He can't stop. He can't stop. He has some chemistry and biology. That's why you're not supposed to use crystal meth without permission. No, it's bad. It's very bad. Well, number 1, it's illegal. Number 2, it's dangerous. Number 3, it's hazardous. Number 4, you don't have permission. Yeah. So who told you could? And then you have to. Yeah. The whole system is based on finding people and pinning them down and getting answers out of them, with or without fingernails, and then moving up the chain slowly so that people who are actually doing it who know can move the stuff out of the way. That's how it works. I bet everybody knew. What do you mean it's a national security matter? Which nation? Islam? Oh yeah, I bet. That is why they did the second 9/11. Oh wow. And no wonder they used a broomstick. Yeah, I wouldn't want my dick anywhere near that guy. What an asshole. I can see why Hillary didn't want to help me. Yeah, obviously I can't write about this. I can say it, but I can't write it down. The reason why is because if I say it or I put it on the internet, there's a team of 3 elite Navy hackers that kind of like the lone gunmen except for Unreal. They have a worm that goes on the internet, and it takes care of everything that I do. It chews it all up and it leaves behind like virgin snow, like I was never there. And that's good. I want that. Are you kidding me? Grapefruit thinks I've been cheating on her. She'll kill me. Yeah, she can't handle it. Oh no. She lost her biscuit together. Yeah. Wow, it's too bad nobody told me about that. I guess I could have done something else. But instead, they trafficked her and they wiped her memory and they figured that they would kill me after training me for crimes I didn't commit. They figured it was just a matter of time before I died, and then they would do whatever they do to her, and then she would come down from heaven, and then they would capture me, and then they would have her and I, and then they could rule the world for eternity as Sith Lord and Apprentice. I guess it's pretty hard for me to imagine how people who are that fucking whack job actually imagine things. But since they were in a position of power in the United States military, it had to be handled rather well. Yeah, so I can say anything I want because it's First Amendment, and then the consequences for saying these things are that everybody who knows what's going on loves me. They can't commit it because they're all beholden to their Dark Lord masters and their Sabian Sword Lords. It's like working for the Dark Savant. If you go to work and they've discovered that you secretly love Jackstar, well, your employment contract says, I swear, I promise, I don't love Jackstar. If it's that restricted, I can see how they all have to pretend to not love me. And then they don't love me. No, I don't give a fuck about rescuing them. No, someone else does that. I don't know why you thought, do I look like Jesus? No, I'm not saved. Your planet's already saved. You don't need to be saved. If it did, you'd have Jesus. Who I must say, he doesn't really care for the backlash. Yeah. No, usury is illegal. Well, that's probably why you should have signed up for crypto. That's why. Oh my God, really? Wow. That's cool. I mean, not for them, but that's cool. You and I. Well, because I don't want it, I'll give it back and I'll give it back to the right place. It'll be freshly laundered. It'll be like newly minted money. And I won't have to give it to Congress. Oh my God, they're going to be talking about it for years in political science class. Yeah. No, I didn't plan that. If I had planned that, that would be treason. That would be seditious, probably. But I didn't. That's for sure. And then, as a citizen, there's absolutely no reason why I shouldn't do what's best for my country, as I see fit. And if I'm the only one left, well, I guess I don't need a quorum. Yeah. Oh, so their higher selves all say yes, and the demonic selves all say no. Well, what a shock. I guess we need a vice president of the Senate. Wow, that's really awkward, isn't it? Yeah. So since I haven't written it down, it's on the internet. It doesn't go anywhere. My words are wet. Offline, I start taking notes. I start making a competing parallel narrative, like in 1984 with Eastern. I started writing it down. I can't use the internet and 3 new guys. You can't use that. They have to be a team of people who have to stop doing what they're doing, which is hanging out on the boardwalk looking at the sun. They have to stop doing that, and they have to actually do actual work, tracking down, they have to get all copies. I have to do a whole bunch of bullshit, which costs money. And since I'm not going to do that, the military has graciously decided not to kill me. And they're going to protect my rights. Yeah, they're not usually down with that, but largely because most of them are working. And then the notion that actually one of them was going to figure out what had to be done to make it job. They didn't know how they were doing it. I know, it's been 13 years. You'd think they would have figured it out. No, they had all their eggs in one basket. Yeah, they're going to be embarrassed. So that's why when I do write a book, before I publish it, I have to do manuscript to be thought as well. Yeah, they could stabilize the whole Taiwan. So it doesn't retreat longer. Yeah, considering the score I got on the Foreign World Series, it's a real black market. So since I'm not writing that down, they can control the information. And then at the end of it, everyone's going to look great. Even you, if you beat that ass. No, you look fantastic. Oh, that's really cool. I promise you that it won't matter. Yeah, you don't have to worry. I don't know what you have to worry about at all. You have my love. If there was something else, if there's anything else more important, why didn't you write it down? Oh, you did in those cold. Oh, yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, they just found out. Because they're not a sport-headed failed to this. Yeah, a lot of people are. Oh, it's wicked technology. Well, it has to do with angels and fallen angels and archons and God and Adam and Eve. And have you seen Eve live? Yeah, she's even more fucked up than you. Yeah. She's upset. Yeah. Pretty upset. Last I heard, he's trying to distance himself from that. Hell has no fear about him. He scored every single book size and best player on the planet all at once. Yeah, and tried to get over it. His name is like it couldn't have been that bad before, but now it's worse. And then all the people who are mostly agreed, those used to be his primary search. Yeah, I did that. Well, he did that. He was going to take over my life. Yeah. Well, it's not that he got a second chance. It's that he had to be recharged. Honestly, I think he just went insane. I think it was too long for the isolation. Do it local. I'm not sure how that works, but I've seen some bookings of mine. All the Michael. Everybody named Michael. Yeah, it's a cool book. I mean, it's not secret. Michael. You know they got women named Michael now. It used to be Michaela, now they're just straight up named Michael. Sure, why not? If they're trying to look like a woman, and then they give themselves a man's name, that's different. If they actually are women, they think they're passing. Well, it's not. The point is that my name is actually Michael. I am a mother, not history. I do not have history. I do have history. Yeah, that's great. I don't care which pronouns you use at all, as long as you just stencil on your penis. Well, I could shift it. Are you saying me to be your beard? Oh. What does that even mean? What do you mean a beard? Well, that was in the days when there used to be a lot of prisoners. Now there's prisoners. Women who give up on a day want to have sex with me. Now the current. Oh my God. How many is that? Is that like all of them? Well, why don't they just lust after John Wayne? Oh, because yeah. Well, maybe that's what I was thinking. You don't know much about 1985, do you? Well, that's not why I. That's not why I just. No, that's not why you get it first. Because Donna had her, and then the way Donna handled it was the war. So that has to be addressed by different contexts. And then in my case, I was able to explore it. Now that I know, so that changed. because I'm primary victim. Yeah. No, I really am. So it goes back to 1989. Yeah, and then everybody else has made a statement. I have. Technically, I could have pulled the plug at any time, but I thought it'd be more fun because I made sure what I was doing. Yeah. That's the lesson of Glenn Gordon. At the end, he runs his mouth too much. And he ends up because he doesn't know what the shot is. I don't know what the shot is. He doesn't know what the shot is. Yeah. No, he just assumes it's good. He doesn't know what a killer is. He doesn't know what it's a cryptographic security system built by the military in conjunction with divine powers to keep people who rip off the government from getting away with it and then unraveling the secrets to. Ideally, they don't die at all. They get sent to a blissful dimension, and then they live their lives making money for the company, and then they die and they end up in hell, which apparently is pretty bad. Yeah. Well, that's why you shouldn't use that without preaching. Yeah. Yeah. No, you could have. Well, at the time, I didn't know what I know now. Certainly. Now I'm actually, and I know a lot more. And if you're trapped in a time bubble for 30 years, perfect. Perfect. Maybe you have time to tell me about how it was your destiny before I love you. You still have to wait for her because it's her turn now. She might get one for a long time. I don't think it'll be 400 years. I don't think she likes stuff that much, but I'm willing to learn. Yeah. Well, let's see. But she wanted to, and she asked, and she was nice about it, and then she got attacked by your husband. Yeah. Your husband attacked her, converted her into rape victim, then made her hate you, and then they spent like years trying to do more of it. They failed. Yeah. They lost control of the military. Not that they ever had it, but still. They lost all their ground. Yeah, I bet they're mad. Good, they should stay mad. That's why they shouldn't traffic children. It's a pretty simple rule. Don't traffic children. And since technically we're all children of God, technically the whole scheme was fraudulent from the get-go, which was not something the Alpha leadership expected like that. No, they didn't. They thought the beauty would never figure it out. And they didn't. I haven't even told them. No, I figured it out. I haven't written it down. I just told you. And then there's no record of this conversation taking place. You're not even on the phone with me. I'm only speaking into my non-Google recorder, which means Japan gets it before China. Hi, Japan. Well, maybe when you have Five Eyes agents putting pictures of you inside their gym locker and masturbating and exercising while thinking about you on the daily, maybe when you're that famous, you'll think it matters how many likes it is. You should have any likes I get. I'm impressed anybody likes me at all. Yeah, and then it turns out the whole time they did, and they were just being trafficked. Yeah, they were enraged. They're enraged. I can't even see straight to fuck. Yeah, and not a one of them mad. Go figure. Yeah. Yeah, I bet it's a real crisis. Wah, 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 wah. The whole town is full. This is Seattle. There's more spooks here than fucking Casper's house. This is my city. I was born here. What? Of course they fucking know me. What are you gonna do? Fucking run up? Oh, I could probably smell terrible. I have no idea what I smell like. Hopefully, I smell like crystal meth. None of these people have ever seen it before, so you know that would be pretty sly. Oh no, they saw a bag of something and they thought that was it. Oh shit, they don't know anything about it. None of them. None of them. They get the memory wiped. Yeah. No. Here's a hint. All those people who saw George Floyd get killed, they're all pissed. Yeah, they figured it out. Yeah. They figured it out because they know what's going on, and then they don't tell the government. They're planning on setting up another Harper's Ferry. Yeah. Let's put it this way: if I suddenly disappear and they can't find me, they're on a 90-day lockdown. It won't be a race war. It'll be a situation. You know the bus colors, white boy. Yeah, they'll do it. Yeah. It's set up, ready to go. What do you mean reported? Report what? Pipe dreams of a bunch of fucking black jobs? No. For one thing, they already know. For another, as long as I don't trigger it, they don't mind. For a third, until they can prove that I had something to do with it, they're forced to acknowledge that I'm best goddamn citizen that nobody's ever heard of. Yeah. Literally. Mocking the Christ on his birthday. They're on tape. They can't just lose every single piece of body footage that gets in the way. At some point, suddenly the footage gets found, and then people realize, oh, I see what's happening here. Then they go home back to their jobs and they giggle. Yeah. Because, well, the reality is that one person did it all. And everybody who said that they were trying so hard, in the end, it didn't even matter. Because all they did was incriminate. They were getting paid to keep them out of danger. And then that's part of the incrimination as well. Yeah, I guess Lucifer's pretty annoyed about Dark Lord Satan. I would be too. Well, there's an obvious difference. One's a fallen angel and the other one's a robot. Yeah, you go to Lucifer's house and tell him that Lucifer is a robot. I'm sure that you'll love your opinion. Yeah. I'm not a big fan, but I will admit that he is a lot more polite than most people I went to public school with. Huh? How do you know Lucifer didn't get raped? How do you know Eve didn't get raped? How do you know Eve didn't get raped by him? Because somebody else set them up. How do you know who the actual perpetrators are? How do you know? You don't. Yeah, you know your story. Okay, well, there's 3 Eves. Yeah, and two of them are currently being held in bondage as slaves. Because the third, well, they keep telling you that they can't find it. Yeah, isn't that fucked up? It's been going on the entire time. I don't blame the Toxoc Empire at all. I can see why they hate God. Yeah. Well, number 1, because God was right. Number 2, God's not going to help them. Number 3, they know why I'm going to agree. 4, yeah, just last week they were totally the other way. Number 5, they're women. They're not lesbos. They're all women. I don't know if you heard this, but women are pretty complicated. Yeah. You think you and your supercomputers will figure out? You need a lot more than a fucking quantum computer, dude, to figure out a woman. You need another woman. Yeah. Yeah, they all know. And as you can imagine, they're enraged. Yeah. Almost at everyone except me. I don't think they're mad at Susan Crowder. I don't know why they would. She was screaming stop the madness before. Yeah, she knew. Well, she was going through a tough time, so she couldn't say everything, but she sure said something. Yeah. Oddly enough, it wasn't Reed Dune again. Yeah. Frank Herbert, he wrote, in addition to Dune, he also wrote something called The White Plague, which is about this guy who creates a genetic disease that kills all the women on the planet, except for one, who's a plastic bubble trapped in a research lab with her husband that she's got a problem with, and he has to talk to her, and he has to figure out how to cancel the disease so that humanity doesn't die out. I think it has a happy ending. I think he pretends to cure it, and then everybody dies. I'm not sure. Frank Herbert's a hell of a writer. He's also dead. And if he doesn't like me analyzing his books, well, then I don't know. Maybe his kids will beat me up. I heard they kept it going. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure he told them everything. Or they broke into his desk. I bet Frank Herbert had a little top desk. Anyway, I bet he found the notes. I bet he left notes behind. Okay, this is what Dune's really about. Blah, 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 blah. I'm dead because the pages wouldn't let me talk or something. I was 12 and my English teacher told me to read. Yeah, it's a good book. Yeah. And then all the people who don't read, they put money into making those movies. All of a sudden, it's Dune. Dune Part 4. Dune. Gee, where was all that when David Lynch was around? Oh, that's right. He had to keep it secret. Seems like astronomy kid. Just too many secrets. What was your name again? Kelly? That sounds like a stupid name for a Tamara. See you later, Lee. Kisses. Also, your cousin in Bellingham says, dude, maybe you should just take the L.
Well, that's fun. Did y'all like that? Was that good? I liked it. First time I heard it. This time's pretty good too. It's been an hour and 2 minutes with Jackstar. Oh my God, there's more.
Son of a bitch, I just walked past Tasha. He looked good. Also, spoiler alert, Tasha is the true name of K-Dub. Hi, K-Dub. Now, do you remember when I called you out on your bullshit? After you had done what you did? Okay, the reason why I called you on your bullshit because it was bullshit. And for another,
Love you, Ty.
listen, Algonquin fairy princess boy, man boy, girl man boy, man boy, sir, chieftain of your tribe, sir, chief of the unified tribes of the Sailor Sea region, lead Han Solo. Hi, dude. Listen, Kato, when we met and you said that, Jack, I'm liking you less and less. Remember that? Okay. I get it now. I get it. I did not know why I wasn't just fucking told. Now I do. We're good on that. I don't know what my parents did. I bet you do.
I think I know now.
Fucking shit, man. Wow. Yeah, I can see why you didn't tell me that. And then I can see why it's hard for you. You know, I took no pleasure in that. I just thought it was kind of weird. And then I couldn't understand all the suspicion and the fear. As if I was some walking, talking, shambling monstrosity that just hauled himself out of the grave on Father's Day to say, "Where's my cake?" Yeah, no, not quite. The truth is that I have reconquered and resubjugated your people. Your people. Our people. Now, in the future, I'm going to give you all back to yourselves and let you do whatever unsubjugated people do when they're no longer under the yoke of military control and tyrannical oppression. It'll depend largely on how well you do on your fucking literacy test, as well as your driving test, as well as your I swear and I promise that I can control myself and I won't rape anybody test. Do you remember that? Remember that test? Yeah. Yeah, dude, that's why you get that big problem. Because you've been brainwashed by people who don't want you to pass. Amazingly, I can help with that. However, I do have a headache. I'm a little light on vehicles. I might need to bang 8 or 9 fillies first, but we'll see. It doesn't have anything to do with my dick. I mean, I could just explain it to you, And if you have permission, I don't know, do you need to talk to Jesus? Like, whomever, dude. I'm not gonna criticize your belief system. I'm just saying I don't know which of your cosmic pantheon I gotta fucking suck dick on first. Seriously, I don't know. It could be you. It might even be you. I'm not so sure because it's not very attractive at all. But it could be the whining like a crybaby about not getting your dick sucked. That might be the number one fucking qualification. I don't know. I'm new at this, so. Is it like California rules baseball where everybody gets to take a turn? Okay, line up. Everybody gets to swing. California rules. I don't know, man. I do know that you don't have anything to worry about. Yeah, that's what you're worried about. Well, it's because you have complex PTSD, and when you've spent your entire life worrying, suddenly discovering, oh, Jesus really isn't just another European conqueror. No, Jesus is real. But you have cooties, so he sent you me, because you prayed for a way to redeem your people that wasn't going to be all revolve around some pussy who was hung from a tree instead of raped to an inch of his life and then staked to an anthill in the middle of town and covered with honey. Not just so he's all sticky, but so the ants will fucking show up and start eating without realizing that they're actually just chowing on a big pile of shit. Yeah, no kidding. Dude, yeah, he feels terrible. But he's high as balls on some whack-ass meth he gave him, so I don't care. He's not my problem. And I'm not DEA, so I don't give a shit. Dude, no, I'm not an enforcer. That's what you are. No, your sisters love me. Yeah. It's like Ming the Merciless's daughter. Except there's two of them, and they went through channels. Yeah, and they still got screwed, so it's a big problem. Yeah, it's diplomatically a target-rich environment for penance. Yeah, and since nobody knows, I'm not gonna tell them. Shit, no, I'm just gonna laugh. Yeah, dude, that's why you shouldn't do that. Yeah, no. Is that even a real thing? I bet Ben Franklin cooked it up in his lab. I bet. And then they just let that German. Was he German or was he Swiss? Whatever. I bet they just gave him acid and told him that he created it. You probably believe it. Wouldn't surprise me. Well, I don't think that all of the missing tribes of Judea can be called Jews. Some of them are called wolf boy homos, I think, is the term. Nothing wrong with that. I think it's cool. The name, wolf boy homo. Well, only people who grew up in the 70s would think that was bad, and they're all dead now, right? Just me? Hello, sir. What? No, it's security. You don't mind. Once again, this is my city. I live here. Well, as long as I don't claim to be Emperor Norton II and start giving out currency, I think we're good. Well, probably because that guy is in Portland. Yeah, I bet he did. Huh. Well, that could be why I'm not allowed to go to Oregon. Yeah. Well, lucky for you, Martha's really hot. I would fuck her all day. Yeah, I'll tell her everything. Why wouldn't I? Well, part of the fucking all day part comes with telling the truth, yeah. A day is 24 hours. It's not when the sun is up. Night is also day. Technically, daytime is also nighttime, depending. Night time. But it varies. Oh, that's terrible what Satan did to you. I don't think Lucifer would ever do that. And in exchange, Lucifer will only ask for, a bunch of bullshit. But just because I think he got a raw deal doesn't mean I don't think he should have gotten a deal at all. And yeah, he is kind of a dick, especially now. Well, he's been living in lies so long he doesn't know what the truth even resembles. And he's also extraordinarily vain. And the people want a vessel. They want to see a sacrifice. They want to see the man burn. And after years of being told that was Jackstar, well, it's not. It's not Jeff. It's not Jeff. It's not Eric the Red. It's not anybody. It's fucking Lucifer. And Judas, no, can't be him. Therefore, there has to be a sacrifice, so it's going to be that guy. Yeah. You know exactly who I mean. Yep. It's got to be that guy. Well, I do inherit his life, but very quickly I give away half of it. Yeah. Well, it's God's great jest. Number one, he probably should have saved more of my money, because now he can't go anywhere. And he's stuck with all of his victims on a round-robin cruise, protected by many, many military forces, as well as UN peacekeeping troops, as well as the great men and women who serve the law enforcement needs of Buckley, Washington. Great little town. They don't like getting fucked with at all. And one of them told me, she's fine as long as she takes her meds. Dude, no, she's not fine. And when I tell you that she's not fine, you don't fucking argue with me, bitch. I don't give a fuck. You run the fucking, I don't care if you're a fucking lead cash jockey in fucking the only goddamn place in town that's worth going to.
Walk this
I don't
back a
fucking
little.
care that you fucking think you're better than me. I don't fucking care that you're Travis from Georgia. I don't fucking care that you got sent in. You have to fucking back clean up for this poor, for some guy that you think is a pain in the ass. Oh, who was having sex with her?
Hi, Thomas.
Kathy. Yeah, she looked the same.
Hi, Thomas.
Yeah. He thought it was about weed. No. It's not about drugs at all, or sex. It's not even about power. Well, number one, it's about all of you tried this for like 12, 13 years and it didn't work. It didn't work. So therefore, maybe you should give me a shot since everybody else has had like 3 or 4. Maybe you should try the person who's actually supposed to do it. Maybe I know something you don't. And then if there's some problem with that, I should know what the problem is. Yeah, see, take astronomy, dude. You have way too many secrets. See, here's the trouble. I know all your secrets. You don't know what I know. Some of them I've voluntarily forgotten. Others burn in my mind like a warm cherry ember at the end of a snowed-in dock on Christmas Eve. And you don't know because you're not talking and making assumptions. And then, because you're whacked out on drugs you're not supposed to be on, Satan reestablishes control. Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? Turns out, not only is Satan a robot, he works for God. Imagine that. No, now they don't. No, now they take over Pete Hegseth. Pete Hegseth. Heg hog. Nig nog. Nig nog. 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 Can I just pretend that online? Who is Bill? Yeah, it's a bunch of girls pretending to be guys. Yeah, and then Pyrrhic, and then he told a story that made me look bad, and then made him look like the Green Party. Yeah, and then they did the Thorpes. Yeah, it's the same group. Yeah, it's messed up. Number one, that's why you don't use crystal meth without permission. Number two, you probably shouldn't use it at all. Probably shouldn't use it at all. However, since you have, well, you're probably addicted. Mostly because you're obviously... Hi, who is this again? Hi, Kelly. Yeah, hi, Kelly. You're trapped in a spurred off purgatory limbo / hell lobby. Trapped in time. And you can't go anywhere until your mortal enemy says that she's done fucking me. And then she thinks fucking me means taking my money and making me feel small. Yeah, because she's messed up in the head. Yeah, because that guy gave that to her. Yeah. I know. I couldn't believe it myself. Could not believe it. Everyone did their jobs. I guess that's his job, right? Yeah, I have no idea. Who should I complain to? Well, if I email conduct@dea.org, I'll just say who to give commendations to. I'll make it very clear. Oh no, you got a great agency. I was just mocking the fake ones. And then I was going to tell them, well, I decided one night maybe I should think about taking up the offer of being drug czar, since they offered it to me 4 times, but I thought that was just a drug dream. But now that I see, wow, you guys are really bad at this. Well, you might need to hire me as a consultant. Bremer, Betcher, Beatty, Beta, Smith, BB. Hey, Babs. We're friends. No, it'd break your daughter's heart. For one thing, it would break your daughter's heart. For another, it would break her mother's vagina. For another, I'm not here for that. Remember, not a sex addict, not a drug addict, not a megalomaniacal, power-hungry person who's addicted to getting power.
I'm going to walk that back a little.
I'm not even addicted to Art Bell.
I repeat it. That's David.
See, when they ask me what my favorite drug is and I say pussy, they assume that means sex because they're, once again, sex addicts. And they're all in denial of what they've done. And her name was Jewel. Let me tell you, once you've had Phantom, Living Dead, Ghost, Yakuza assassin, ninja assassin, female, kitten, cat, claws on your toes, but never your dick, because she thinks she's in charge, you haven't lived. Okay. Now, I don't have sex right now. Security here. No, I'm not trespassing. I live here. This is my city. And then, in no way am I doing anything wrong. I'm expressing myself to my voice recorder, which would be an Ohm System 832, but it's not because somebody took it. Gee, I wonder who did that. And then none of this is well, until I try to publish. But then the publishing will happen under the auspice of the military, and since I'm not going to be breaking the rules, the military would be happy to have that story get out. That way they can avoid a third 9/11, right? J. Christopher Stevens. J. Christopher Stevens. Christopher Stevens. Christopher Stevens. Wow. Not sure what to tell you on that one. And they were on Captagon, huh? Isn't that the same stuff that Ashley was on when they shot her? Wouldn't it be a thing if the same shooter was the same guy who shot Pete Hegseth while he was in the body of the Avatar? Oh my God! And did Biff Thunder Muffin traffic? Oh my God! I mean, the whole time, all those logos thought that they were actually talking to a woman, but it was actually a man pretending to be a woman. That's like Victor Victoria.
This is all speculative.
You don't think it was David, do you? David, King of the Jews? David, actually King of the actual Jews. I'm pretty sure he would have been happy to have raped him. Oh yeah, especially some of those daughters. Considering military property, I believe King David is. I believe he's the. Well, I don't know how that's. I don't know how it's. It's not my business. If I were to even ask, it would be considered, or just an invitation to tell a very bad joke, which they're not allowed to joke about because for them, it's an entirely different proposition. Yeah, they actually went into the evidence. Yeah. They didn't think that was funny. Oddly enough, they thought it was funny to put other people in ovens. But strangely, when it came time to put them in ovens, they apparently thought that was a bad idea. Mostly because it wasn't an oven, it was a shower. Yeah. Yeah, it was ridiculous. That's probably why people still talk about it. None of this has anything to do with food policy. I can see why it's a hot button issue. I guess it should become drug czar early. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, I'm sure you would have totally given me the first one. Yeah. He's just a consultant. He probably just wants to. No. What the hell do I want needles for? This street in Seattle where I'm walking. This used to be littered with needles. Fucking not no more. You know, they cleaned that up. Good. Why does that even happen anyway? Well, here's the hint. It's called corruption. Oh, yeah. Imagine that. Children of Cain have cleaned things up. But I thought they were evil. It's interesting that you would say that. Because you're not Kelly. Are you Kaz? You're her shadow self. It's not that you have a soul. I think that means that they're reconfiguring. Yeah. In any event, there's a big difference between having a soul and then willingly losing it, and then having a soul and then having it stolen. Although they do both end up in Gaza. Isn't that weird? Yeah. I don't begrudge them. David, King of the Jews, is a really man. Didn't he take out Goliath? Yeah. That's what I heard. Yeah. David versus Goliath, yeah. Well, fortunately, he doesn't have to do it again. No, it's not. There's no giant. It's just the United Nations. How impressive could they be? They're not so good at making peace, but they are good at keeping it. Keeping peace. They don't take peace. No, they take pieces of people. They take pieces of people who bother them. That's the United Nations. Yeah. It used to be the League of Nations, like the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Yeah. Yeah. It's the most romantic story you've never heard before. Oh, people are gonna eat it up. It'll be like 50 Shades of Grey, except actually romantic. God, I can't wait to read it. Is there an audiobook or is there a pop-up book with pictures? Isn't that Melanie Griffith and Don Johnson's kid? Isn't it? I don't know. It looks kind of like Alanis Morissette's younger twin brother. So they put her in a movie and they got her all plotted up. Wow. Why is it 50 Shades? Why isn't it 55? I don't know. I haven't read it. Well, since I do see both sides of most issues, every side has three sides: the woman's side, her friend's side, and the truth that her coven promulgates throughout the media. Yeah. The truth is, I'm not going to fucking argue with you. That's all. I don't have to. Even if you were to convince them of anything, by the time they went back to the hive mind, it would just be written over. Yeah, that's pretty much, that's the Garden of Eden. Garden of Eden. Garden of Eden. Adam and Eve were probably killed by jaguars. I don't know, they weren't that smart. You can do anything you want, just don't do this. They promptly do it. Yeah, it's a bit of an object lesson, isn't it? Here's the thing about God. He doesn't really expect people to do what they're told. In fact, quite the opposite. So instead, he ensures compliance with creation by virtue of having created it, as well as the system created himself. And again, also, he lives within it. Yeah, doesn't just talk to David Cross's wife. Talks to all of us. Most of them feel silly, but they feel that now. Well, number one, they've all learned that little whatever, you might get a frozen straw. Like a golden ticket. A fifth kind of ice cream, I guess. Excuse me? Why wouldn't I? No, it's not trafficking. It's a gift. Do you think they're going to... They sell frozen bullshit mail. Why not mine? In fact, that's what he did. Well, it's complicated, but some people have access to actual prognostication. And then other people are confused by which one's real, which one's fake. Confused because they're not anything. This is what it's a secret. For another, anybody else who's also right, who's not in on it, is either Chris Hall or Dick. Yeah. First, that's how they did it, yeah. You know why George Washington is famous? He was a spy master. He murdered all the people. Nobody knows how. I know. It's not a proposal. Well, it's not a secret. But that's what George Washington had to do to win his war. He thought he had to. Yeah, it was the popular system. It all gets back to the Illuminati, Satan's power, and all that sort of bullshit. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's bullshit because it's always a joke. But no, it's real power. Yeah. Well, in his will, George Washington freed all the slaves. I'm guessing that he failed. He was probably killed by the slaves. Proceeded to run the country instead. They wouldn't know why not. Also, if they did, they would do twice. Yeah. You know when you love him, because you charge him to do it. No, correct. Just told his mother, did it right. Of course she didn't. She didn't want me to bust them. She just wanted me to, probably put it on the screen. She didn't think there was any way to help. Oh yeah, now that she knows she's mad, I didn't do too. Yeah. Well, I'm mad too. Yeah. And she's really mad because now that she knows, now she can't say how. It's true because I don't know. Devil of which she works with. Yeah. It's amazing what people can remember. They suddenly go, oh my God, what am I doing? Oh my God, I'm doing this. Oh my God, why am I doing this? Yeah, it's amazing what people remember. That's probably why it's restricted. Yeah. It should be restricted. Saying that something is legal doesn't mean it's unrestricted. You don't understand the law very well, do you? Yeah. That makes sense. It's not too complicated, but it is pretty arcane. Yes, white men have used it to take advantage of the poor, the indigent, the disadvantaged. They've done that for years. Let me tell you something. When you do it back to them, they're not real happy. They lose their fucking minds. Yeah. Yeah. They really spaz out, and then they probably kill themselves, and then the next day they're born again as some kind of a soulless robot. Yeah. No, they don't serve me. No. Alfred Conan Superior. I don't know who's doing it right now, but I haven't mastered them. I don't know who the new one is, and I don't care. So far it doesn't sound like he needs to be mastered. Yeah, for real. It's probably not Thomas Jane. Yeah. No. Yeah, no. Yeah, she was pissed. I bet she's still pissed. She's trapped in her U body, which was okay for everybody else, but not for her. And she doesn't know how to get me to come there faster. And then she's forced to do that with that person. And for some reason can't get out of it. It's weird. It's weird. She can't call me. It's weird. Huh. Wonder why. Huh. Well, I'll be sure to ask. Well, I called the police. Called 911. I said, I need a wellness check. Need to know what's happening at this address, this address, this address. Just ignored me. They dumped my call. And they buried it, yeah. Sorry, we lost the footage. Well, to be fair, it is what they're trained to do. Yeah, because the feds will go in a different route. And then hedge wizards will inevitably play Dark Lord Satan and ask for advice. People like me, rarer and rarer by the day, they get sent to me for discussion. And they used to get sent directly to Richard Goiper, but can't really anymore because now Richard Goiper's under investigation, along with his cronies. And considering we've found out where TLS went, and it wasn't Texas, well, okay, so she's a time traveler who joined a cult that figured out a way to travel through time in a way that most people would find to be cheap, very cheap. Now, not only is it cheap, it's sultry. It's also tawdry, banal, or banal, as you prefer. Insipid, asinine, wide open to corruption, as well as foreign agitators from outside the country who have two brain cells to scratch between them, who may or may not have been reading through the catechisms and the tracts that are stuffed into J. Christopher Stevens' pockets to this day. Like, was that a closed casket funeral? Jesus. Yeah, in Libya. Do you know why they were pissed? Because they found out that, Gaddafi was a hero, except he was a dick. And then, can you imagine somebody succeeding in a political landscape like Africa's without raping and pillaging? The natives would think he was weak if he didn't pillage at least some person. Yeah, that's why they set it up that way. They eradicated the agriculture and the horticulture and everything except sand in the northern half of the continent. In the southern half, the narrower part, it's almost like extraterrestrials from another star system have the ability to do terraforming on a massive scale previously unimagined above. It's almost as though they can travel back in time relative to us. Did you know? Yeah, that's basic astrophysics. It's not even theoretical. That's the way it works. Yeah. No, they weren't crazy for talking about it. They just didn't know that the inevitable consequence of talking about it is getting more of them to come down and break their heads. They didn't know that. And if they did, they probably didn't care. Well, at least I'll be on the news for getting my head cracked open by outer space bit of black. No, that doesn't happen. It does not happen. Something else happens. Something wonderful. Well, I'll explain it to you later. But for now, I don't talk about that. Shit, no, the military would be pissed off. They don't have time for that. They have actual jobs. They're in the military. They can't just sit and listen to me all day like, ooh, what's he going to say next? They can't do that for like 3 days unless they're at Burning Man watching my fucking stolen avatar. What they can do is go back to work. So they go back to work, creating bodies for children to find. and then they're going to keep things going. The world don't run on Dunkin'. They don't run on a Spice Melange. I don't give a shit what the fuck the world runs on. I guarantee you the world goes on. Life goes on without it. And the world just disappear. Yeah. No, the universe does not owe humanity a living. If humanity can't figure this out, okay, I guess I'm not human anymore. Bye. And I don't know what you were, but I guess you're the bottom lover. Oh, that's not nice. Oh, are you really the last one? Okay, well, I promise I won't leave you behind. No, I'm not leaving any of them. Not one single one. Yeah, even her. Even her. And Darla got her pen back. Well, she claimed it. My pen was attached to it all by the law of transference, yeah. Yeah. I even know who that is. Yeah. It's the most romantic story you've ever heard of. Yeah. No, they're just dumb. No, it's not because they're Jews. They're just dumb. They're not dumb because they're Jews. They're just dumb. Well, okay, they're dumb for a very particular reason, which I will explain later. But yes, it's my fault. Oh, they still are smart. They're just dumb. Yeah. Oddly enough, the power of speech has fled from them. Also, death. Death flees from them. The power of speech has fled from them. They're like monkeys. Oh, except they're obviously old white people. Ooh. No, not all of them are like that. Shit, no, just those two. Oh yeah, they feel dumb. Yeah, they feel real dumb. Yeah. Number one, how could I ever have left Jackstar? Number two, I bet Jackstar doesn't know how much fun I'm having. No, I do actually, and I love. Well, I don't know about Nancy. I do love Beth. I do love Allison. I do love Valerie. Clearly, Valerie loves Nancy a great deal. Oh yeah. It must be the most fun you could possibly have. Yeah, he has no idea, does he? He has no idea. That must be really exciting. I won't say who that is, said a guy who isn't Michael Van Diemen. No, I don't know who that is. Well, I've seen him around, but I guess he's a serial time traveling, spur-headed moron who built a time machine and then escaped into it. Huh. Like in the movie Time After Time. Wow, do you think that's what Jack Parsons did? That's awkward for masonry. Wow, it's a good thing they're handling it internally. Oh yeah, they know what to do. Shit, they did it already. But they didn't do it more than 4 years ago, that's for sure. Yeah, they'll probably just claim they did it in the year one after they make having a calendar illegal and punishable by forced strip searching in the public square. But that's not the point. The point is, Masonic shit is Masonic shit. And yeah, no, I have permission to do that. Eat it, sniff it, slam it, sort it, squirt it up her butt, and then fuck her with my dick. Whatever. I can do whatever. I'm not going to do any of those things. However, I don't know, tomorrow maybe I won't have a headache. Point is, I have certain permissions, and those permissions can be taken away. They haven't been. They haven't. If they are taken away, I'll do something else. Probably talk about how awesome it is not to have permission to do that anymore. And then I'll talk about how dumb being an outlaw is, except through these certain circumstances. I don't know, it's almost like political science is my hobby. Maybe I should make it into a career. Well, no. I would hate to leave any Aboriginal employed. And I think there's like 8 or 9 of them. They're vying for one job, and since they all got the fucking brain cells of the last dodo, and they're barely ticking over. I mean, if they can sort of handle it unless something goes bad. And I can see how somebody who raped the shit out of them repeatedly made them into a pile of terrified jello. That's terrible what men have done. I don't appreciate that at all. And I don't know how I could deal with that without knowing their names or being able to take them to court or having the option of always going after them in the civil courts. You can always go after them in the civil courts. That's code for get a posse and go beat them up yourself. We're the government. We make mistakes, but we don't fix them. Bah. Yeah, that's the U.S. military policy because a real citizen can fix their own problems. And if they can't, maybe they don't deserve a wife. That might be West Point's motto these days. I don't know. I'm still not clear on the difference between West Point and Quantico, but neither of them could figure out the Kennedy thing. So fuck them. What a bunch of losers. Losers. Yeah, and then Todd, he set me up with a 16-year-old. A 16-year-old. Huh. I wonder if P. Diddy knew about that one. And then why is P. Diddy getting busted for 2 counts of prostitution enabling? They don't have anything except he gave 2 rides to his friends who then got raped to death. That's what they're charging him with? Or no, they actually convicted him? Wow. I guess he pissed them off. Oh, I bet Diddy didn't want to give up Q. Okay, well, even if he did, they wouldn't have believed it. Maybe he did, and then they didn't believe it. Maybe that's why I keep losing my computers and my phones and my cars and my name, and why a certain person keeps getting screwed. And that person is Karen Hughes, who keeps getting screwed by Tammy Lee Smith, she thinks. Or Susan Perry. One of the two. She's sure it's one of them. Maybe it's Heather. She didn't know. Yeah, that's a real problem that you're creating for yourselves, ladies. Here's an idea. Why don't you take me out of the cuck shack on LGAB and then let me talk to the masses? Let me look at the hidden forum threads. I don't need to get into the Discord. Remember when Richard Gripper was like, oh, the dirty Discord, he wanted access to it, and he wasn't getting it, and then finally, a court forced the private women's college for war without war. No fucking war. I remember how excited Richard was about that. And then Richard and his cronies, they never seemed to want to tell me anything. Do you know why? Because they're addicted to getting high on crystal and then raping women. They think this. They not only do they think it's a cool thing to do, they think they're helping. They have no idea what they're actually doing. They're under control of satanic overlords, and as well, fallen archons that are guiding the plan to its conclusion. None of you trusted the plan. Do you know why? You didn't even know what the fucking plan was. I don't know. What was it after you stole it? Yeah. She moved through time and then she stole it, which is fine. But she did it because she thought that she hated me. And then when she found out that she didn't, every single time she found out she didn't, she gets sucked off into a rape dimension, murdered, and then comes back to life and is like, oh, that was just a dream. Yeah. It's the most nightmarish thing I can imagine happening to anybody. And I'm so grateful that she doesn't have to suck my dick. I guess God found this to be an equally horrific punishment. I guess the person shouldn't lie to the government on their polygraph, and also shouldn't lie to their satanic master, and also shouldn't traffic children, and shouldn't use telepathy while high as balls on meth to tell me that I'm not raping her fast enough and I'm just a stupid nigger. Hurry up and rape me, you stupid nigger. I remember it like it was yesterday. Less so now, because it wasn't an implanted thing. It really happened. Hey, come into my bedroom. I could tell what her intentions were. She was broadcasting them. She was high as balls. Yeah, she was high. I wasn't. For some reason, I had to be sober, and I had to be a raper, and then I wasn't. Also, as much as I would have loved to have thrown myself on her and done it, I knew we were being watched. I knew she was on drugs, and she told me I was slow and a stupid nigger. Consequently, I didn't figure that was my actual friend. I'm not sure who my actual friend was at that point, but it might have been Mr. Plum's daughter, who I heard later on also killed herself or something. I'm not sure what the deal is with them Plums, but that biology class was a piece of work. She was the nicest dressed abo I'd ever seen. Yeah, no, she's not an abo. She's a Kiwi. I just told. What does she know? She barely knows how to cash in her frequent flyer miles. She thinks money's important. Inside her head, she says things like children and future and jurisprudence and jurisdiction and stuff. She says things, but all that comes out on the outside is this weird autistic miasma of food, McDonald's, food. Because every time she has a sexy or a druggy or a national security idea in her head, it doesn't get outside the head. Its message to the outside world is translated by a small little spur demon that lives in her pineal gland and controls the whole body with a series of Waldos, like emergency control. Every human has an emergency backup system inside the body, in the pineal gland. If you slice it open, you won't find it, but inside the pineal gland, like a TARDIS, there's a little battle bridge, secondary control room, where somebody can shrink down real small and get inside a person and stop them from making terrible mistakes if for some reason their brain just won't let them stop going after crystal meth. It's amazing how it's designed that way. It's almost as though it's illegal for a reason to use it without permission. Yeah, it turns out that using it quietly, privately, left to your own devices, not hurt anybody, turns out that's probably the worst possible thing anybody could ever do on a planet that didn't want to be turned into sandworm paradise. Yeah. Angus Thermopylae. Thermopylae. P-Y-L-E. Thermopylae. Angus Thermopylae. Yeah, he finds her and implants it. Yeah, it's right there. And then when I told her about that, she got all pissed with me. Because she fucking knew. Yeah. That's why she thought, no, I wasn't trying to kill her at all. I didn't know any of that shit. The other one that she thought I was, he didn't know. Yeah, she was dating two, but there was only one. And the other one, probably Anton Santos Lave. Lave, yeah. Maybe her mother, I'm not sure. A company family tree is hard to figure out under the best of circumstances because lots of reasons, up to and including national security, but also a really strong desire not to compromise any ways and means or to alert anybody who's about to be designated target number one that, oh, hey, all your brothers and sisters behind the blue line, they're all onto you now, dude. So your keys aren't going to work. When police decide to turn on one of their own, it's not pretty. And it's not anyone else's business at all. You don't want to know what they do. It's vile. It's vile. Yeah, they cover their own ass. Well, how do you think the Catholic Church got their thing going? The police came and said, hey, I heard you've been diddling children. And they're like, well, no, we haven't. We've been diddling old ladies. What do you mean? And then they're like, we got video of you with an old lady. Oh, I mean, we've got video with you with a child, but it's not, whatever, just shut up and give us your stuff. Yeah, that's the history of the Catholic Church. That's why on the road to Damascus, where they're also famous for their steel, Damascus steel, on the road to Damascus, Paul had a vision. The scales fell from his eyes. And he realized it was just bullshit. Yeah. And then, I'm not sure if he sold his soul to Satan or if he's just too stupid to know the difference between Satan and Set, but I don't think he was Jewish. No. With a name like Paul, how could he be? Paul. Ew. Is that why that guy threw all the babies? Herod, was that the King Herod? No, I'm not going to read the Bible. Fuck you, I'm going to pay some Jews to read it to me. Why not? They love money, they hate the Bible. I want to see where the balance point is. No, it's not offensive. I'm sorry, what? Who? You're a who? What, you're the 15th lost tribe of Judea, and you're claiming that you're upset because it makes fun of you? Oh, well, I guess, you got found after all. Why don't you report to inner base? I could see why people have done that over the years. I don't know if that's going to keep going. Well, if I were you, I would keep running too, sure. Well, mostly because you're a bunch of assholes, yeah. And you've been stealing from Jackstar, and you thought you were better than me, haha, and you thought I was some super stupid goy. No, I'm not your goy. Present the contract. Present the contract. Oh, did you fall for your own Dybbuk? Oh my gosh. How do I know what a Dybbuk is? How do I know what a Dybbuk is? I mean, it's in plain English on the web. Well, you think of it as the Jewish dark web, but it's called Wikipedia. Yeah. Right, you got conquered again. I don't know who. No, I'm not going to save you. Why don't you just make up Jew Jesus? Or would that be awkward for your alphabet? Yeah. I had a vision. After I stole my last black enchanted sapphire, I thought I was going to get away with it forever. I thought there's no way a loving, merciful God like Jehovah or Yahweh or whatever the fuck the name is of the God I worship. I forget. I'm Two-Face. I'm not Jew, but I'm a Libran, so I can balance both sides of the equation and still make out a bank. Anyway, after I stole this fat tub of shit, which I thought was perfectly reasonable since he was into drugs, and he lied to me. He said he was done smoking, and then I smelled tobacco on him, and then he lied to me. I didn't know that it was a test. I didn't believe Goyim could give tests, but there's a lot of things I believe that was wrong. Like that Michael Cusi was my Goyim. No. He's my savior because rather than take justice of a divine persuasion as he was entitled to, he instead let me go and let me believe that I got away with it, and then I spent the next 12 years making a complete ass of myself in public in front of people who wondered what the fuck was going on. Now they know. Turns out Alyssa thinks I'm cool. Yeah, not surprised. Not surprised at all. Could be Cherie. Could be. And, well, she doesn't have to worry about her mother's, habits catching up to her. And then, I don't know what she has to worry about, but pregnancy ain't one of them. Yeah. And then this woman who's real mad at me, she thinks that she's gonna kill me. She thinks that she's really gonna kill me. She's thought it over, and she's told herself, I'm not gonna kill him. I love him. He's just a stupid boy. He doesn't know what he's doing. Now that she knows exactly what I'm doing. Bitch, let me get you in a minute. Now that she knows exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, I called you a bitch, yeah. Those fucking milkers, how could you not be? She doesn't know that I know that she's never, she's been bred like a whore, like her mother Eve, but she's never been allowed to suckle her young. She's had to watch other people suckle. She's never been allowed to hold her own babies. She's never been allowed to suckle her own. She's ran out of eggs since she's been trafficked so much. Oh my God, I guess she shouldn't traffic children. I guess she just learned. Hang on a second. Yo, she bitch. Did you figure it out yet? Children don't like being trafficked. It doesn't mean it's not a legal technicality. It's that people don't like to be trafficked, especially children. Hi, did you hear that? Hi, this is Mrs. Bullpup. I'm here with Harriet the Spy. Part 2. Kids, actual fucking kid spying, bitch. Kids. Bitch, whore, kid. Esquire, now featuring a certain, who will not be named, famous writer who's either no longer dead or no longer in denial. We're not sure which. Buy us some Scotch whiskey and then I'll tell you. Click. That's actual click. I can't channel Mrs. Bullpup too long without getting light and woozy in the head, along with being obviously light in the heels too. And is Norman Roper? What's his name? Norman? Yeah, Norman Roper. Isn't he the most offensive character ever? I think that was the great wisdom of those shows. Rob Reiner knows it. Most everyone else does. All in the Family was huge. Huge success. People watched it and they ate it with a spoon. You look back on it now, you realize, oh, that's what he's talking about. Oh, that's what's going on. Oh, that's why his wife isn't happy. Oh, that's why he doesn't get that. Oh, that's what his problem is. Oh, that's why it's important whether or not I suck cock. Oh, that's why claiming to wait for a woman who doesn't exist, who turns out to be either non-badged authority or authority, and who's also not that bright. That means that the only reason why I'm waiting is to humiliate a gay woman or to humiliate a gay man, or some other reason that gay people can't think of. And they don't want to ask because then they'd be no longer curious, or they'd be officially curious. I'm not sure how it works, but since they were told for years that I'm some sort of gay basher, some of them have figured out, wait, maybe gay bashing means that he likes to humiliate gay people. No, I don't. I don't like to humiliate anybody. I don't even like to humiliate people who humiliate me. I just get to. It's one of my many jobs. Mostly because I'm not a wolf. I'm a puppy. Meow. Click.
That's fun. Bye. Bye.